Harriman Hospital is a very unique location. From the owner, Ronnie D., to the staff, it is an absolute incredible location to investigate. It's one of the few locations that hold a special place in my heart. This is also the same location my son and I witnessed what appeared to be a shadow figure of a child on the second floor in the hallway. What makes this investigation special to me is that I was able to investigate with someone who I look up to in the paranormal field, Jason Hawes. But it wasn't only just Jason, it was his crew, JV and John. Oh yeah, and the side-eye guy. He might have made it a little more special. Alright, so we're on the first floor on the other side of the hospital. We actually had to go to the second floor, then come downstairs, this little area here, and allegedly there was a nurse who said that she'd basically haunt this place as she had passed away, and well, it wasn't long later when she passed away, and I don't know if she's still here or not. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
She was like the head of cardiac, this was cardiac area.
Okay.
She was the head cardiac nurse. She actually taught, I was told she actually taught other students. And this was her spot. There used to be monitors here in the old days. What the story is she always said when she passes, she's gonna come back. I think it was weeks after she passed, she died of a heart attack, of course, and died in our emergency room here in the hospital. I think it was weeks after one of the nurses was sitting there, doing her regular thing, looked at the empty chair, she went and was sitting there. Yeah, and then she looked away, looked back, gone. And I've had interactions with her a couple times. We think it's her. With REM pods and things like that, she'll touch for yes and no answers. And we've got some EVPs of female voice down here answering questions. And it's one of my favorite places too. REM pod on that bed, indoor cat ball. You're already asking questions. A lot of times it'll go off in there. So this is a lot of people have had things happen down here. Nothing bad. So it's all friendly.
I'm looking forward to being able to try to do something
I
here.
hope this is active tonight, this area.
I can speak the language. This is my thing.
So,
And I don't know her name. I don't know if we had it last time we were here about the nurse's name.
and yes, it's still daylight outside.
Yeah, we're still in the. What time is it? Actually, it's like 5-ish. Oh, it was 6:20, and it's still daylight. So yeah, still got daylight. But we're going to be here for a long time tonight. What was the name of the patient who lost her life that allegedly haunts here?
Well, it was supposed to be a nurse, and she would have worked here.
Oh, it was a nurse that lost her life. I thought it was a patient. Did I say patient earlier?
She did.
I think you said nurse.
Cardiac arrest is what we were told here at the hospital not long after she had joked about that she'll haunt the place. Now, whether that was what I understood, I heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was a nurse
It was a nurse.
and worked down here specifically.
I don't know, it feels a bit rude just referring to her as a job title. Like, I don't like going, hey, nurse.
Right.
Wish we knew the name.
Hi, I am Joe,
I'm Dawn.
I go by Seg.
and we're just here to talk to you, get to know you. Not here to disrespect you or anything like that. We don't know your name, and we would like to address you properly. In this device over here, could you tell us your name? Let's see. Hi, I am Joe. I'm Don. I go by Seg. And we're just here to talk to you, get to know you. Not here to disrespect you or anything like that. We don't know your name, and we would like to address you properly. In this device over here, could you tell us your name?
Nothing.
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 Well,
What's some famous nurse? Nurse Ratched? Is that? That's what's the movie? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I'm sure she was nicer than that old battle axe, though.
If you are here with us, or if anyone's here with us, there are a couple of doors that are around us. How about this door? It looks like it leads outside. Does it lead outside? Make sure. I think it does. Well, kind of. All right. So this door here that I'm pointing at, if you could maybe knock on that door or mess with the handles, it would confirm to us that you are here with us. It would be amazing if you could do that for us.
Please. I'd love to see that. These old TVs here. There's a few other rooms we've seen them with the same like old school ones, the big old monitors.
I remember Zenith used to be a big brand at one time. That was my bones. Now we do have other friends who are here. I don't remember exactly where they are.
Down in the cafeteria.
Down in the cafeteria?
They're quite far away from us.
Okay.
We should not be hearing them at all.
Right. But
Which is like pretty effectively like it's a different building and in the basement.
Right. You can go and say hello to them if you want.
No, stick with us. Sod them.
Or stick with us. I mean, because
they can talk to the walls. We want to talk to you. Let them talk to the walls. I came all the way from Australia. I want to talk to the ghosts.
Yeah.
How about this? Could you please ring my bell? Can you give that a go, please? How about if we turn our backs? If we don't look? Could you then please ring the bell? I'd understand if maybe you don't trust us. I'm sure as a nurse you would have had a lot of abuse from your patients. That seems to be very common, sadly, with nurses and people who work in healthcare.
There we go.
Sounds like Joe's playing Tetris. So if you could please make yourself known to us, we'd very much appreciate that.
I'm going to hit record on this digital recorder again. I'm going to put this somewhere else. Somewhere kind of far away from us. I'll put it back here. All right. So I do have a device. I'm pretty sure you know what it is, but it's a digital recorder. We'll be able to hear you. It's in that room. We'd love to hear from you. So if you have anything to say, by all means, you're more than welcome to. I can't wait till it gets darker, because that's when it can get pretty creepy in here.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's already pretty creepy in here, even without nightfall.
Want to tag that? That was a vehicle that drove by.
Yeah, the hospital is pretty close to a major road, so there may well be some noise, some car noise we hear tonight. Hopefully, as the night goes on, there'll be less cars on the road. We're just coming to the tail end of rush hour right now.
You were a nurse. I mean, phew, that's quite the job, that's for sure. I couldn't do it. I don't even know how anybody could do something like that. Nothing was happening, so we decided to go ahead and explore a little bit.
This was the hallway your son went down by himself when we were up on the second floor.
Right, and we were hearing that banging sound too, but it wasn't coming from him. Like I said, he had a camera on him, and it sounded like a door. He thought it was us,
Yeah, I thought it was that door.
and then he
Stairwell.
he thought, he thought it was us. We thought it was him, but when we went back and we looked, there was nothing. It's a long hallway.
It's a long hallway.
Yeah. Let me. I also have recording going on my watch.
I'm gonna walk down it.
You want me to take it? I'll just leave that camera right there for now.
While I'm walking down this hallway, if anyone would like to follow me, I give you full permission to touch me, to interact with me in any way you are comfortable with. I'm A-OK with that. If you would like to make a noise, pretty much we need something for us to know that you are in fact here, and then we're not just talking to the walls. Apparently you take energy from maybe people or electrical equipment. If that's the way it works, I don't quite get it, but then again, I'm not dead. Then please do so.
Right. There's so much that we don't understand, and all we have are just beliefs. We have no idea how this whole afterlife functions.
That's the records room we went into.
Oh, it's over here. Yeah, that's a cool room, isn't it? I used to work in a actual like vinyl record store that had like a library that was just like this.
They have this at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital as well. Yawning.
Joe, we're supposed to be on the edge of our seats right now, okay? No yawning.
Oh, sorry.
That's the way ghost hunting is the whole time you're here. Never a boring moment.
Never. It's always exciting. As soon as you walk in, it's exciting,
You see
right?
the excitement on my face.
I
You
mean,
excited, Dawn?
I mean, as soon as we walked in, man, it was insane. All the activity we got. But
The energy.
yeah, we were not
The
recording,
energy.
but we weren't recording. Here's some old papers. Did you see this old paper? Some of this old papers?
Old papers.
Yeah, just old papers. Just
Those papers be old. Here you go, guys. This is a real excitement to ghost hunting right here. Ooh.
schematics.
Ooh. Installation instruction. Oh, installation instructions. Model AT10, AT35, and AT75. Woo! Doesn't get much more nail biting than that.
I hope they can't hear that, what you just did.
What, down there? Yeah, Jason.
What the hell was that?
And there is no doubt about it, these hallways are so creepy.
Wait till it gets like absolute dark.
Yeah, you need to walk around by yourself
Oh, I will.
in the dark.
Oh, I will. IR.
Does you all, feel like those eyes are watching you?
We all know that I like to walk around alone at night, don't we?
If you're here, we would love to hear from you. We'd love just make a noise or something. Just don't move that ball, because if that ball moves and I put it on YouTube, I'm sure somebody's going to be like, "It was a breeze. The floor's uneven."
Oh, it's fine. It's moving a little bit.
I just heard something down there.
Might sound like
It's almost like a clicking type noise, I would. Maybe like a doorknob or something.
okay. If that was you, could you do that again? I mean, I did ask, a sound or some whatever it was I said. But who knows? Well, let's see if we can figure out what that sound was.
Let me just ever so slightly move it there. No.
Something like that.
Oh. Maybe like that.
Okay. It's either that or maybe, because when we were here the last time, we could hear the door, like these doors here. Like
I
that.
can't even hear that from here.
I'd have to
I
hit
can
it.
just about hear it.
All right. Well, okay.
That's the thing. It could have just been in my head as well.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Mm.
We weren't able to find the sound that the static I had heard at that point in time. Reviewing the footage, it was definitely a clicking sound from a security camera. We did continue to investigate, but nothing was going on. We did continue to investigate, but it was just really quiet. Nothing was going on. So we decided to go ahead and investigate a different area of the hospital.
Yeah, that's
Is that them?
That must be them.
yeah.
Okay.
Jesus. Jesus.
We just saw a shadow figure.
I'm like, that's a little too good to be true.
I kept thinking to myself,
I saw it too.
it looks like somebody.
Yeah, I saw it before too. I think one of us should have said something.
You guys got anything?
No.
Nah.
No. We had a couple just weird sounds, nothing major. Down, we're in the green,
Yeah, the power room.
the green surgery room down there. I mean, it sounded like there's a pipe in the next room that makes sound, but twice it sounded like a woman's voice and a cough.
That's what some of those claims are. It's like an old man, and sometimes they'll hear hissing. I wonder if that's the pipe source. It really is.
There's a noise every so often that comes from the pipe in the other room, and that's what happens when the actual P-traps dry up. You'll hear like a popping sound, but that's not the sound we heard. I mean, we heard that twice, but there was a sound like a cough, like a.
Yeah, I think we had experienced a cough, but it wasn't clear enough for us. But
Right.
it's supposed to be an old man back in that room.
Well, we didn't know that, but yeah, that's what we heard. So
Oh, you got more than us so far.
Yeah, it wasn't anything major, but it sounded like an old man cough, right, down there?
There's hear a cough
Yeah.
when we're in the OR.
Yeah, we experienced that before.
Yeah.
You heard that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were way on the other side, so
Well, downstairs in Joanna's,
Yeah.
the little nurse's station.
you wouldn't have heard. I don't think any of us coughed, did we?
Yeah, this definitely wasn't. I mean, this was literally from right there.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like it came from right outside the door.
Yeah, and Zach did a woo, and we were like, oh, I hope they didn't hear that.
We just walked over here, went to the kids' room. So
We were gonna go back down, order some
We'll walk
pizzas.
that
And,
way.
We're gonna go this way, probably go up.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
sounds good.
All right.
no, this was like the pediatric wing in this section. So there's that kid's room.
Yeah, that's a room. So I had a digital recorder. Wasn't that
I
one?
had it somewhere near.
Yeah, I had a digital recorder nearby, and it honestly sounded like a woman almost screaming, but I didn't put it in my episode because,
I thought it was singing, not screaming.
or yeah, singing, I'm sorry. And it just like, it wasn't, you could just faintly hear it. I'm like, I can't put that in there. We were going to investigate another location of the hospital. However, because I'm fat and I like food, I wanted to eat. After we got done eating, we met up with Jason.
That guy. That guy. Oh, and this beautiful lady right here.
Hi.
And that guy.
Yeah, just
We got Joe, we got Dawn, we got Side-Eye Guy. And me. We'll see how it goes.
So, what's the deal with the green room, Dawn?
The only thing I remember was like the stories about something, and not negative, but like an old man energy, coughing, wheezing, hissing that you might hear back here. That's all I remember.
Well, I can match that energy.
And a surgery room.
Have you experienced anything in here, Joe?
when we were in here, we heard something. I can't remember what it
I
was.
think it was like a cough or a wheeze,
Something to that effect. We did try to figure it out. And
because it was as we were leaving the room.
right.
Well, as I told you earlier, when me, JV, and John were sitting in here, there was some sounds, different sounds, but all of a sudden there was what sounded like a cough. Now, I didn't even know that you guys had experienced a cough until I told you that. And every so often you'll get a noise that sounds like it's coming from the drain in the room next to us, but it definitely wasn't that sound. It sounded like a cough, like somebody just coughed.
And if I'm not mistaken, there was a pipe or something like that that I tried to look at to see if maybe that's where it came from. Mm-hmm. No, that's it right there. I thought maybe it had something to do with that, but
Well, that's just a closed off drain line for a sink.
right.
Inch and a half line.
But my son said that's not where it came from.
No, in the other room next to us, there's two sinks, and the sinks have P-traps on them, and both of them, I'm sure, have dried up because there's no water on in that area. Now, every so often with that, you'll get like a burping sound coming from the sewer,
Right.
but it definitely wasn't that we heard. It was interesting. So, but see, like, and you gotta remember also this room. Think of how many lives were saved in this room, but also lives were lost in this room, and you take that into consideration. A lot of people don't think about it.
Right. But the majority of the activity, or what we were hearing, did come from this hallway. And we sat way down in the middle of the hallway, and it sounded like door latches, like being jingled.
Someone coming up from the stairs, and that's terrible.
Yep. And then all the way down, there's that room where there's this closet, and we kept hearing like sounds, like somebody was in that closet. I was thinking it was an animal, and then I opened it up, and nothing. And even when I was literally standing right next to the door, we could hear it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the only thing that I was afraid of was an animal, and I got my kid with me, and I got Dawn. I'm like,
And you would have left her and run.
I mean, you know,
I mean, hey,
makes great content, Jason.
only the fastest survive.
This is small, for an operator, this is small.
Listen, but you got to think, but an operating room there, it's going to be tight quarters because you need everything really close. You need to be able to grab the aspirator or whatever you need to grab.
Right.
You don't want it far away. So, and that would be the room that they'd prep and suit up in, right? Yeah. That's why they got the sinks on both sides. See, they put this in there over it to just keep checking
Oh, yeah.
sewer gas smell out. But this will tell you that's a latex glove. Feel that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you could just crush that up.
Because it's just the gas is coming up from that now. So it's just deteriorated.
You can probably crush that up to pieces now.
Yeah. It's like a potato chip. Yeah, and these are more sinks. I didn't even see these in here when I was in here before, but so these all have traps on them. But again, it's just not the sound that was heard.
Was it this floor where it sounded like cabinets were being opened? What we were
Yeah,
told?
it's the middle nurses station.
Yeah, I have to wonder if maybe there's a sweet spot on the floor because we had walked by that twice and it happened twice when we walked by it. So I'm thinking maybe there's a sweet spot somewhere on that floor that could be rattling the cabinets, making it sound like they're kind of opening.
But that's in the middle of the hallway going down there.
So let me ask this then. If so in some of these rooms, I mean, we're on the exterior wall.
Right.
So they're going to have the pipe run into the wall and straight down for the drain line. But I'm not sure if certain areas they might have run like vent pipes or anything outside. So it makes if the wind blows right, is the wind going to come in a vent pipe because there's no water in the trap or anything? I mean, it's going to blow up or it's going to just bleed out and have the ability to push anything open. I don't know. If you remove a vent pipe, then you just have an open hole. So, or if somebody's disconnected parts of the plumbing, then that vent pipe just feeds into wherever and you'll get air coming in under some of these countertops
Right.
or animals. Birds creating nests.
Yeah,
This place is wild. It's a nice place.
it is.
And I'm sure it's totally different at night when it gets dark.
It is creepy. Like, it is a creepy spot. It's the first hospital I've ever been to, so,
Oh, really?
well, I'm not sick.
You know, another cool place to check out is Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, but the hospital on College Hill, West Virginia.
Yep.
It's not as big, but
Was Paranormal Quest there recently?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Dawson.
yep,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's why I've heard it. I've done a video on it.
I'd like to go back to that one too.
I'll have to get figure out some time and get back, and that way we'll just have to hit like a couple different ones around.
No, we weren't there. It didn't get captured on video, but I had my digital recorders out all over the place. And it sounded like his chair scooting across the floor. And there was an EVP or could have been a disembodied voice. If it was a disembodied voice, we didn't hear it, but you can hear something say, "Go up." And my digital recorder was next to the stairs. So,
Nice.
All right. Should we try and reach out to whatever's in the green room then?
Let's do it.
Harriman Hospital, second floor. I have Dawn, Sad-Eye Guy, Jason, and myself. We are in the green room. So, you want to kick it off, Sag?
Certainly. If there is a otherworldly supernatural presence in here with us in what has been dubbed the green room, is there any chance you could do us a solid, and make yourself known to us in a clear and obvious way?
If there's anybody in here who may experience anything within this hospital, would you be willing to talk with us? Maybe tell us about your experiences here? My name's Jason. This is my friend Joe, Dawn, and Sag.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
We'd really love to hear your story.
Did you used to work here?
Did you have a hard time breathing? We thought we heard you cough.
I don't know. That was
That's the sound that's coming from that room, from the pipes. So, which is very different than the cough sound we thought we had heard earlier.
yeah, that was water hitting plastic.
It's actually not. It's the sound of something like burping up the pipe in that room because there's no water in those traps. So what's happening is every so often you're getting a burst of air coming up the sewer line. It's going boop, boop. I mean, if you stand in that room, you'll be able to tell. But
So I'm just going to make a moment to clarify a couple of things because I may not have included it in my video so far. Joe and Dawn had been here before. They were in this room. They said they heard a cough. This was a couple of years ago, whenever they were here last. Jason, with his entourage, was in here like a...
Hold on a sec. I thought I heard something. It sounded like a voice.
To be continued.
Hello? If you were here with us, you're more than welcome to come up to us and talk to us, interact with us. I thought, like that, I thought I heard.
Close to you?
It would have been down the hall. But I distinctly heard something that sounded like a voice. What it said, I don't know. I mean, I got a digital recorder down there, so if it was something, we should have it, hopefully.
If there's someone down there, could you please join us at the other end of this hallway, please? In the surgeon's room or the green room. We'd love to chat with you.
After reviewing one of my digital recorders, what I was hearing was actually water dropping into a bucket.
Anyway, as I was saying earlier, Jason also believed earlier tonight that he heard some coughing. So that's kind of interesting.
and that's without even knowing that they had ever experienced it.
That's right.
Brought it up to them.
Jason and his team weren't even aware that Joe and Dawn also heard a cough when they were here last.
And it was as we were leaving because we were asking for things.
It sounded like an old man. It was like a.
And that was one of the claims that we had on our tour was it would be like an old man energy.
Yep.
And that's what it sounded like.
So if you want to hear that happening, as it happened, go over to Jason's channel. It's kind of weird that me of all people are shouting out Jason. There's the old man cough right there.
Yeah, that was me that time.
That's exactly. But as I was saying, if you want to hear that cough or what led up to that, go over to Jason Hawes' channel. Wow, it echoes even more in here.
So you're saying that sound comes from here too?
That sound that we just heard, that like boop, boop stuff. Yeah, that's coming from in here. It's either coming from a drain line here or these sink lines, but I think it's coming from these sink lines. So I'm sure if we stood in here, we'd eventually hear it. Because we also have a fully exposed trap right here.
And there's also the bucket.
Yeah, but there's nothing in the
Nothing
bucket.
in it? Okay.
No, it's dry. I was wondering at one point if it was the water dripping from the ceiling, but it's not.
I mean, to me, from where I was standing, it sounds like it's water that's going into one of those buckets.
Yeah, but come here, look.
But that one's empty.
Look. You would think, right? Tell me any water that's going in that bucket.
Right.
anytime recently. It's easy and dry. And these sinks don't have any water on, and so there's nothing dripping from these faucets.
Right.
So, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, that like burping sound also comes from a sewer line. Like if we stand here, next time it happens, we'll be able to hear it. So,
Well, then I guess it's just a matter of time, huh?
yeah, pretty much. Yep. That moves a lot.
But that,
What'd you hear again?
What, did you hear something?
yeah.
Let's stick out here then.
That was me.
It was just a sound. I don't know what it was. But it was enough to get my attention. And again, I got my digital recorder down
Now,
there.
you used to keep a digital recorder down here in this chair.
I have it more down the middle of the floor, or the hall, I should say. No, stop recording on that. I'm recording on my watch. I mean, the closest that I can explain what I just heard was debris.
Those what?
It sounded like debris. That's the closest that I could hear or explain it. Did you make that sound?
I just heard a wheeze.
Probably me.
Was it you? No, that wasn't it.
No? Okay.
But it was when you were walking in.
I heard something and it sounded like it came from Jason's direction.
So this floor is weird with sounds. It just is. You have to try to figure it out.
Off of these walls, especially with nothing in the rooms.
Right.
There's another tap. And that's
There it is.
in the hall.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I'm telling you, it's water drips that are
Right.
going into the buckets.
It did. That's exactly what it sounded like. Actually, like water hitting a bucket,
Did you
plastic bucket.
see if there was water in?
Oh yeah, there's
There's
water.
water in those buckets down there, yeah.
Okay.
That's where the ceiling was leaking. Is there anybody here who'd like to talk with us? We're not here to bother you or upset you. My name's Jason. I've come here from Rhode Island.
My name's Seg. I go by Seg. I've come all the way here from Australia. And I'd very much like to
My name's Jason.
well, meet you in some way or another.
I've come here from Rhode Island.
Make your acquaintance.
I'm Joe. I'm not too far from here.
name's Seg.
I've been here before.
So now, they said that this area, they caught a little child standing right here.
Okay, when did they tell you that? Because
They told me that this today when I took the tour with Ken.
okay, because
He said it was standing right here, and that this is the kids' room.
right. So Dom was in here, and I had a digital recorder set up just outside of this room here, and it very well could have been a childlike sound, but to me, when I was listening, it sounded like a female kind of singing. I didn't put it out there because it was so low and I just couldn't bring out.
But you can hear it.
Yeah. But you could definitely hear it. But not only that, we were in this hallway, we were further down. And my son and I we both reacted at the same time. We seen like a shadow figure about that tall. Just Jason pop up out of nowhere behind the garbage can. And it was there and gone in like a second. But my son and I, we both seen it.
They said the toys in here turn on sometimes by themselves too. This one right here.
Right.
The problem is this one is it's touch sensitive. So the minute you touch it, I was doing it earlier. Of course, it's going to prove me wrong now. I see.
Little cat. Play, little cat.
Oh yeah, everyone wants to hear that late at night in a haunted hospital, don't they?
Well, it's like the Jack in the Box. No matter what, I mean, this thing's just seemed friggin' scary and horrifying. So they started doing the whole.
That's a terrible toy for children.
Yeah.
It really
They
is.
freaked me out as a kid as well. Even before watching horror movies, I just found them scary.
I do not care for clowns. I got thrown out of a circus one time, and that's no joke. You can ask my two oldest kids. Took my daughters to the circus, stare at the wife. Clown kept on coming up, kept on asking, leave me alone. He wouldn't. I threatened to beat the hell out of him. They threw me out of the circus. My wife had to stay there with my kids. I got thrown out of a circus. I just wanted the clown to leave me alone. I mean,
So please don't threaten the clown.
if you got to paint a smile on your face, there's already an issue.
Out of my face, bozo.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's just clowns are creepy as hell.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I sat in there and had nothing happen, but on his recorder, the same time I was talking was when he picked it up out in the hallway.
You know, one of the things that I tell people is setup is important with your equipment and how you set it up.
Yeah.
Because I had a camera in here with Dawn and then my digital recorder just outside the door, Jason, literally outside the door. All kinds of sounds on my digital recorder, quiet. On my video camera, just quiet, like nothing was going on.
Yeah, and the mics on the video cameras, though, are usually not that great. Oh, well, you're using a shotgun, though, right?
Yeah, well, that one, I mean, the mics on the Sony cameras, they do a really good job. I've actually captured some unique things on them.
Yeah, that's not the camcorder, right?
No, this is, but I'm using the shotgun mic, but I also have, like I said, other recorders.
Even beyond that, it's all, you see people set up and they'll set up a camera here with IR and they'll have a camera back here and all of a sudden they'll be like, oh my God, there's a shadow. But they don't realize that it's IR. The IR is bleeding past the next one, creating an IR shadow.
Right.
And that's how people are creating some of these fake shadow type things that they're catching and claiming that it's a ghost. And that doesn't help us. It hurts us in this field.
You know, I do my best to set up as well as I can, limited gear, but also got to look at the size of these, some of these locations.
Did you get your recorder out?
Yeah. Yep.
I have it with me.
Oh, it's like another Jack in the Box.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
That's a rabbit one.
That's a rabbit in the box. I don't even know why they call a clown Jack.
You could ask.
So is there supposed to be the haunting of a child in here, right? Someone said like this.
Some, like you could hear children. And I think they specifically said, they've said boy and girl spirit around this area.
Which is very sad.
I was going to say you could sing to them.
Yeah, I don't like to think of kids
hear that?
singing. I heard like a knocking sound. I did. Yeah,
That was a different kind of knocking sound. That always sounded like, I don't know, metal or something.
I didn't hear it.
Like it was like as you were talking.
Seems like
I heard
while we're talking.
I heard what sounded almost like a knocking sound, but
No, it wasn't that.
no, definitely I wouldn't.
Where did it sound like it came from? Which direction?
It sounded like it almost sounded like behind this wall, maybe. What do you think?
Definitely. I mean, I thought I heard it more
Something
down.
like
You thought you heard that? Oh, that's interesting.
Similar to that, Jason. Similar. Just
Okay, we've got different sounds. Because I honestly
because
sounded a bit more metallic.
where you're standing and where I'm standing, that's why it sounds different.
Okay.
Dawn and I have that issue a lot. She hears something completely different than I do, and then I'll go back and I'll listen. And I'm like, well, that was nothing like we both heard.
Right.
All right.
Oh, well, what was that?
That was Jason.
No. I mean, what was that noise you just made?
The squeaking sound.
He pulled on my
This right here, was it?
I think it was something, not obviously not this close. I feel like it was something like that far away.
Oh, what you heard just earlier. Okay.
That I did not hear.
Is that one? Is that one? This is the doll room.
Oh, I think I know what you could have been hearing. Somebody driving by, I hear bass. And it sounded similar to,
Maybe. Possibly. Probably.
because we are closest to the road right now.
Oh, man, this one's weird.
Yeah. See, so supposedly that baby stood up and it was laying down.
It was laying down.
Well, it was. I put it up earlier.
Okay.
So, it's like because I was
What the hell?
I was showing Jimmy and John what the guy had said, but I should probably lay it back down. But the problem, I mean, these things are like the worst things you can base anything off of, because no matter what, any air movement, they move. See, they just walk by it, and it's.
Audio is muted because the sad-eye guy said something that was hilarious. I'd rather keep that between the four of us, but it was hilarious.
When we did our walk around earlier and we, did our little investigation for like 30 minutes, I didn't hear a thing, like nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's best if we go like towards the end where that stairwell is. That's where we caught the most noise.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I'll keep this
You
camera
leave it
there.
there?
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Gosh, that's like there's all kinds of little noises you hear.
There we go.
That was my elbow.
I was doing this when I was at Goldfield Hotel, just like every room just going in it, like
Rooms with
craning my
long,
neck.
rooms with long hallways. Rooms with long hallways. Let's try that again. Hallways with lots of rooms on both sides. That doesn't go over well with me for some reason. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's because
why.
you kind of feel like something could happen at any angle.
You're at a disadvantage. And here's the cabinets that I was talking about.
Every
said
time we
it
would
sounds
walk
like
by, it would make one of those move.
Could that be the wind?
No, I mean they're directly up against the wall, so it's not like anything's feeding through them. But
I'm guessing those windows up there were closed when you...
It would make that noise every time we walk by.
yeah, we walked by it twice and it's made that sound. Like I said, I think there may be a sweet spot on the floor.
Just walking around here.
I mean, this is concrete floors, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, these are
gonna be a
dirty floors.
If they're going on, I mean, if they're moving, because let's be honest. I mean, if anything was going to set them off.
Right, but that's why I was saying it may be a sweet spot because it only happened when we'd walk by, and it happened twice, and it was.
Yeah, but I don't think, honestly, it has to be something else. Am I saying paranormal? No, but because no matter where you are, these are concrete floors. No matter what you hit here, it's not going to move that. So then comes the question: is it something else, or is it something trying to let you know it's there? And if you're not seeing it, I mean, think of how thousands upon thousands of times these things were being opened and closed.
Right.
With some probe covers? I mean, I've got more than enough. Everybody get their own box. That's like, here we go. Take her. I mean, seriously.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm joking. I still got more.
Anal probe.
Anal probe covers?
I'm good.
But think on a serious note, think of how many times these things would be open and closed.
Yeah, and it would be that sound.
Yeah, it would be.
You would just hit this area and it would do it, and we're like, oh, that can't be.
And I wonder sometimes if some of the sounds are, you can have residual haunts. Why can't you have residual sounds?
Right.
I mean, you do have residual sounds when you're hearing doors opening and closing that aren't. I mean, something that's happened tens of thousands of times.
Right here is where
Yeah,
we
that's
saw.
the trash can that got in the way of my footage. But it was up against the wall.
Yeah, it was like. Wait, I think maybe it was a little further down. We were by this
It
staircase.
was right around here, and we sat just at the end down here.
Oh, Jesus, so the
the
balloon
floor.
moving, it looked like a freaking head.
Oh, you hear that wind picking up a little.
Yeah, and there's the stairwell that we
Hey, that
kinda-
was actually a motorcycle. That wasn't wind.
yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, a motorcycle going by. What were you saying, Don?
We sat here, and it was like we could hear people coming up the stairs, and then that shadow figure that Joe and
We heard this sound, or which one was it?
yeah, it was
Something like
just
that. And
the stairwell.
sounded like somebody's coming up the stairwell. And then, like I said, my son and I, we seen like this 4 foot tall shadow thing. Like I said, it popped up out of nowhere and it was gone.
But my
So, what do you make of shadow entities? What's your belief on it?
I'm not 100%. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure. I know people believe that, oh, they're evil. You know,
No, I don't think so.
Because I mean, I've always thought, and I'm the belief that shadow type thing. It's like
Is it
me if we're not fully able to manifest. I mean, just like sometimes you even a living person when they're in the hallway, sometimes you can't really make them out.
Right.
They're more of a blur than anything.
Could it be a dimensional type of thing or of something? You know,
I'm not big into. I mean, anything's possible. I'm just not big into the dimensional aspects of it all. But
right. You know, I mean,
there's been more. So, of course, you got your intelligent type haunts, your residual type haunts, your poltergeist type haunts, which aren't anything like the movie. They're more like usually it's a child manifesting the activity themselves, a female. But then you have your haunts that are like a time warp. I mean, not time warp, but time overlapping.
right, a time slip.
Yeah, they're still living a normal day in their life, and we're living a normal day in ours. And for whatever reason, one of us is able to hear the other, or both at the same time.
That's what I felt my shadow experiences were, because it was at Missouri State Pen where they would just peep out. They called them peepers, and you could see this shadow.
It was,
I don't know if it's him.
no, that was just like
It-
it sounded like a voice, but
It keeps like happening when we're talking, it seems so. Yeah. But those shadow figures that are like peeping out of the cells, it's like their normal everyday routine kind of stuff that they would do. And I'd walk by and I wouldn't, like, they wouldn't be grabbing me or anything, but I would see it before I would get past the cell.
I don't necessarily see it as anything negative, but I mean, you have people who say that they've seen like, an apparition of a person and they can describe that person. And then you have this apparition of just this insane dark black mass with no details. It's just.
But what if it's a period of time? What if it's that thing could be from 100 years prior? And that, I mean, we know that that residual energy exists.
Right.
Over time, does it dissipate and become less and less? So, so is it just that over time it's weakening and it's just not able to make all those details out? Or
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, I think we've only barely even scratched the surface of this anyways.
that's the thing. I never planned to solve the paranormal. As long as I help build the foundation that it was built on, I think is good enough for me.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to be able to truly figure it out. I think a lot of it is just.
Well, not until we start getting people that are seriously, scientific, involved in the field, but they need to be open to the possibilities
Right.
of it. Anybody could say something's a ghost. Anybody could say nothing's a ghost. You got to get those people in between.
I don't remember what natives they were, but there were these natives or Indians who believed that shadow people were more of a negative, like people's projections, and they're basically manifesting shadow figures that represent, negative. They're not like demonic or anything like that. It's just this thing, like this energy that we project ourselves that create.
So we're manifesting it ourselves. And I know many Native Americans believe in shadow family. It's their ancestors, and that they're just not able to. Keep on hearing like weird sounds every so often. Oh, this is the area we were in earlier, and it sounded. Jimmy had heard it, but it sounded like somebody dragging something. It happened quick, but
So there's 2 rooms on this wing. That's that room down here that there. Do you remember the story? Because it had the thing that you had to have your son try to reach up the shower curtain or the curtain thing.
I don't remember if it was over here.
They would hear rings of, like around that.
Oh, the
from
shower. Yeah.
okay.
That's one. But we didn't have any experiences in that room. We only came in once. I thought it was on this floor. Is it on the 3rd floor maybe?
So like at some point we got to have a wheelchair race.
I'd love that.
Or maybe it is on the 3rd floor. Because it has to have that circular thing. I think it's the 3rd floor. So then it would be our closet one's at the very end on the right. I'm getting my floors mixed up.
Okay.
You think and sometimes nothing happening, you just end up having conversations about other stuff or doing something and it triggers actually.
Yeah, see? So what I told you, I said sometimes you just
Footrest.
That's kind of, oh yeah.
Can't do it if I don't got a footrest. I feel like I'm a javelin now.
Well, what was that?
I think that's just the wheelchair right here. Make it a squeaky sound.
No, it's like almost like a
it almost
jingle.
There.
Oh, that, okay, there's you.
It is.
yeah, it is.
It's the bell.
Oh, it's the
Oh, there's a
bell.
bell at the back. Of course there's a bell at the back.
Oh, how holiday-ish. There we go. Hang on. I gotta hold my camera like this.
Whoa,
Where are we going to put that?
what was that?
Can we hang this on up here?
Oh, it's nothing.
And Jason's gone, everyone.
He's out of here.
That's it. He's done.
We broke them.
It's wheelchair wars. We had another one. You guys race.
You wouldn't believe how much I just kind of hope I heard you falling down the stairs. And
Good.
There's a wheelchair right there. So
oh, let's do it.
Oh, it's
All right.
generation.
Can you hold that for me?
Yep.
So we gotta set it up then correctly. You're gonna be able to hold it.